you can use social media for your professional development. So this talk is for you if you're in a career right now and you want to grow and do different things, but you're maybe feeling a little bit stuck. And also if you have a business or you're thinking about starting a business and you're thinking, how can I utilize social media to help me? Okay, so like I said, I'm running my business for 4 years, and I have clients all over the world. And the reason why I'm going to tell you all these things I'm going to tell you is because I have grown my business through social media. I run my business from my laptop, so as long as I have internet access, I can do my business. I run my business around my children and my life, and obviously, like I said, with a full-time job as well. I have an online community of over 2,000 women who I support and mentor and coach. And again, I was listening to some of the conversation about, race and black people and all this sort of thing, and I have to honestly say I don't agree, because I feel that in the online space particularly, people don't even get to meet me, yet they give me money. And so it's about building trust with people, it's about giving them value, it's about solving their problems, so race doesn't really come into it. I think if you are somebody who is, like I said, able to solve a problem, that's what business is, it's about solving a problem. So you can do that, you can help support people. I don't meet my clients face-to-face, so we use internet to do that. And like I said, it's about building that know, like, and trust factor. So if you have a business, and even if you have a business that is offline, it's still the same principles. To get clients, you need to build trust with people. They need to know who you are. That's your visibility. And they need to like what you're doing. They need to have that connection. So it's about being authentic in who you are and really sharing that across your messaging, what you're putting out on social media, your website, and everything else like that. And it's very easy to make money online. And I say this because it's true. And as long as you can solve a problem, you can help people, you can do that. So why social media? So if you think about the world population, there's over 7 billion people in the world. There's 3 billion people who use the internet. And as more and more people are getting onto the internet is making the world a much smaller place. So in any given day, I remember when I started at HSBC, which is where I used to work. And my very first day, I spoke to America, I spoke to India, and I spoke to somebody in Canada, and that was incredible for me. And then even in my business now, my virtual assistant is in Australia. I have people in my team in India. I have people in my team in America. So as long as you have the internet, it doesn't really matter where the world you are. And especially, Nigeria is an up-and-coming industry in terms of the online space. It's very much untapped. And as more and more people get internet and have more access to internet, you'll see there's a lot more opportunities in Nigeria as well. So there's 2.3 billion active social media users, and by using social media, you can grow your business from the comfort of your own home. You can build a business around your family, if that's what you want to do, and you can also connect yourself with many different people. But before I talk really more on the business side, let's talk about personal development and your career. So for those of you who are professionals and are looking to further their career, and are maybe thinking that I feel a little bit stuck, I want to progress, I want to do more things, but I don't know how to do that. So through the power of, social media, you're able to change that. You're able to have a bit more influence over what you do. So let's talk about some of the ways that you can use social media to further your personal development in your career. So number one, you can use it to build relationships. So that's what it is social media. It's a way to connect with people. It's a way to, not necessarily go in there with the intent of, I want you to give me a job. It's about really connecting, finding out more about how you can support them, how they can support you. So personal development, okay, so you can use it to build relationships and also connections. If you know that whole saying about 6 degrees of separation, I realized that I'm like 2 degrees of separation to Jack Canfield. If you know who Jack Canfield is, he's like the author of Chicken Soup for the Soul. This is because I know somebody who's my friend who, in fact, it's 1 degree separation. She went to a training program with him in America. So through Facebook, through LinkedIn, you can actually find that you may be connected with people that you want to be connected with. And the way social media works now, if there is somebody you want to connect yourself with and you're not directly connected, you can actually reach out to them. You can send a message through LinkedIn, you can send a message through Facebook, and as long as it's not a spammy sort of message and you're kind of thinking along the lines of what's in it for them, how can I help and support them, and you do that. Most people are most happy to respond to you and kind of reach back out to you. Like I said, it's a global marketplace. So you have the opportunity to have access to jobs all over the world. And if you are somebody who wants to do something that's virtual, you can have a job all over the world. But even if you're looking to maybe move to another country or do something different, you have access to jobs in other countries. You know, if your organization has places in other countries, you can do that as well. And you can be very proactive with your career planning. And what I mean about that is that in this day and age, you should never go into an interview unprepared. And you shouldn't be unprepared because there's that much information out there that you can have everything you need to know before you go into an interview. You know, even if you are, you know, if you go on Google, even if you didn't know who the person was who was interviewing you, you could go and do a bit of Google searching through Facebook, LinkedIn, you could find the person's name. So there's that expectation that if you come to an interview and you don't know things about the organization, that's very detrimental to you because the information is out there. And on the same vein, what you put out there can be seen by everybody. So be very mindful about what you post on social media, what kind of pictures you put on there, because even though you think you've deleted something, it's still out there. And, you know, there's people who've lost their jobs because of things that have been found on social media, things that have been said. And particularly, you know, I say this to young people as well, because they seem to not realize the extent of this, that things get, you know, they say things without thinking about the repercussions. And like I said, things do stay there on the internet for a long time. So do bear that in mind. If you are job hunting, do know that your prospective employer will be looking on the internet about you. So every now and then, just go and Google yourself and see what comes up, because you might be surprised that there may be things on there you weren't aware of. And there may be things that you're quite happy about. But the thing is, you know, one of the things is you can be quite proactive in this area as well. So what some people do, obviously, if you don't have a business, you're not using it for your business, buy your domain name, so buy your name, set up your own kind of one-page website, and have like your own electronic CV. Because the way that works in your favor is that when they Google you, they will find what you want them to find. And people have used that to get themselves jobs with big organizations. People have used that to really kind of, you know, if you think about the celebrities and all these stories that break out, they're very much in control of what they're putting out there. So you take that same stance and you control what you put out there on the internet. So if you're looking for a job right now, be a bit proactive. Create a one-page resume, CV, and have it on there. And then, you know, when people search for you, they can find you. You can also be headhunted. My husband's been headhunted many times through LinkedIn, so is my brother. So, you know, make sure that your LinkedIn, is up to date. And one thing about LinkedIn, don't necessarily use it as a resume or a CV. Just list the things that are relevant on there that you think are going to strengthen your job search. You know, don't list every single job you've had for the last 10 years. It's not relevant. Just use it as a way to showcase the best things about yourself, have a really good picture, have a really good title, tagline, and make sure it's up to date. And this bit about creating your own job, I've sort of done this when I had the opportunity to work for my church. I saw an opportunity, I created a job role, I kind of presented it to the kind of, what they call now, not the governors, what's the trustees, there we go. Yes, and that role kind of was created, and you can do that with organizations. If there's an organization you see that there's a gap, you can feel that gap, just put a proposal together, send it off, and they will, and even if they come back and say, you know, there's nothing right now, the fact that you've taken that initiative is something quite positive as well. Like I've said, it helps you get better prepared for interviews, so you should never go into an interview without having all the information, because you can Google anybody. Even in this room, we can all Google each other and get a lot of information about each other. That's all out there. And finally, here's a couple of the platforms that are very beneficial. So LinkedIn, obviously, as we know, which is a professional social networking site. You've got Facebook. Glassdoor is more around finding out about companies. And the other one I wanted to put on there was Twitter, actually, because Twitter is a great way to connect with really high-level people, because they all have their own personal Twitter accounts, and they kind of use it themselves. So if you want to reach out to somebody, this works quite well in the business world as well. You can connect with people on Twitter. You can follow them. You can comment on their things. You can say, oh, I saw you in this article. I really liked it. You know, so they kind of get to know who you are. So if you apply for a job, your name is kind of recognized. Okay, so we go to the next one. So that's personal development. We're going to have a Q&A, so please write down all your questions, and I'm more than happy to answer them. This one now is about business and why social media is really important for your business. So, like I said, it's a global marketplace, and if you have a service-based business, you can have clients all over the world, As long as you have internet access, you can, serve and help people. The time zone thing, you work it out. I mean, I had a call yesterday at 6 a.m. because I was talking to Sydney, and she's 11 hours ahead of me, and that was the best time we could talk. So, but as long as you have the internet, you can do that. The internet allows you to reach the world. You can start a business without having a lot of money. So a lot of the times, people want to start these big businesses, they need a lot of capital, and that stops them from actually moving forward. But if you have a skill, and you can offer a service, you can get started tomorrow and start earning money. Like I said, race is irrelevant, but being of value is. So you need to be giving value. You need to be solving a problem. You need to be able to know your stuff, because if you don't, people quickly see that, and then that will not serve you well. I'm going to talk about the power of video later, but video is really, really powerful. It allows you to connect with people very, very quickly. And so if you are somebody who's comfortable on video, and even if you're not, over time you can get more comfortable with people with video. It's a great way to boost your brand. If you have a mission or something that you're doing, using video is so powerful. People just connect with video, and far quicker than the written word or anything else like that. And I'll show you an example of that. And like I said, you can take your message and reach the masses on a small budget. So if you have a mission that you want to get out there, you can do that with social media. Okay, so why is social media important? Because it's about connections, it's about relationships. I'm getting the look. Can you go to the next one for me? What it allows you to do, so it allows you to listen to your audience. It allows you to share your message, and it also allows you to enable others to share your message. So if you're a business and you're not utilizing social media, you're missing a trick, because your clients are out there talking about you. Your clients are out there telling you what they want. So sometimes people are like, I don't know what to sell. I don't know what to give and help people with. But people are out there talking every day. You just have to listen. How can it help your business? It's an easy way to learn about your audience. You just need to go and listen. On Twitter, on Facebook, you can just see what people are talking about. It helps you find new clients and expand your audience. It allows you to receive instant feedback from your customer's perspective. How many times, if you think about yourself as a consumer, the younger generation probably know this a little bit more, but you have, you're not happy about something, so you tweet about it, and then the company tweets you back, and then says sorry, and then sends you like a little gift or what have you. But the social media is so powerful, and as a business, if you're not using it to connect directly to your clients, you're missing out. And it also helps, obviously, increase website traffic to your website and search engine rankings, but that's not really necessarily relevant for what we're doing right now. Next one, please. So with social media, it helps you also share content far easier and faster. So if you are a charity, even if you're just a regular business, you can talk about your business, your services, your products, why somebody should work with you, how you can help them, all through social media. Social media is about engaging with people, it's about educating people, it's about answering their questions, and that's what you use it for. And it's about helping you build meaningful relationships with your customers and building that trust. And like I said earlier, it helps you be in control of your PR. So you can decide what's going out there, and you can get in control of that. Next one, thank you. This quote just says, for companies, resistance to social media is futile. Millions of people are creating content for the social web. Your competitors are already there. Your customers have been there for a long time. If your business isn't putting itself out there, it ought to be, and that's from Business Week. Okay, so here are a couple of things that you can use social media for. Like I said, public relations, customer support, market research, promotions, educating your consumer, selling, product development. So if you're thinking of creating something, you can put it out into social media and say, guys, what do you think? Can I have some feedback? And obviously customer relationship management as well. So if you want to start a business today, so some of you might think, oh, this is great, Chichi, how can I even start? Identify your skills. What are you good at? Where have you, what skills do you have that you enjoy doing that you can help somebody and solve a problem, okay? And it has to be solving a problem. Sometimes we want to do business and we're kind of excited about it, but it's not solving a problem, so you're not going to make you money. You need to create an offer based on this problem that you're solving. You need to get really clear on who it is you're going to target to. So like I target females. I target a particular kind of female in a particular age bracket because I'm very specific about what I'm doing there. So you have to be clear on who you're trying to target. If you try to market to everybody, you won't get anybody. okay? So you need to be, that's one of the main lessons about marketing. And then you need to validate your offer, put it out there and see that it's something that people want, and be asking for the sale. Because that's, it's so easy, like I said, you can get up and running very, very quickly. So I just want to show you something quickly, because I'm going to wrap up. My good friend who's coming on after me, she's going to talk about platforms, but I just want to talk about Facebook in particular, because Facebook has been the platform that has helped to grow my business. And it's been, amazing over the time that I've used it. So obviously, a lot of you, I'm sure all of you are on Facebook, and it's one of the fastest growing social... Huh? Huh? Oh, okay. Okay. All right, so not even for social reasons, not to kind of spy on your children. No, even for that. Okay, no. Okay, that's an assumption then. Maybe that's a wrong assumption. So then we need to then talking about how we get you on Facebook. She will do that, so don't worry. Okay, that's a poor assumption of mine then. So with Facebook then, if you're not on Facebook, you should be. You should be. How much time? Okay. So, I run out of time, but we're going to have a Q&A, but I just want to show you one thing quite quickly. If you just go a couple of slides, because I want to show you the power of video, okay? So this is on my Facebook page and stuff. This video, I did this in June. If you see at the bottom, it says 97,000 views, okay? The power of video. This video went viral, and over, 3 months, it just, my whole community blew up, my clients, everything. And, when I recorded that video, I'm going to record a video that goes viral. This was just me sharing my message. I was just, like I do. I do a lot of video. I'm very comfortable with it. I like doing it. But I say this to encourage you and say that there are tools out there. It doesn't cost money. This thing is free. You take your phone, you record a video, or you use social media to get your message out there. But what this allows you to do is reach many, many people with your message. It allows you to impact people with what you're doing. It allows you to obviously earn money, because I have earned money through this video going viral. And so I just want to encourage you. We will do questions and answers. You have a lot of opportunities out there for you to grow your business, a lot of opportunities to develop yourself career-wise. And if you're struggling in terms of what do I do, Chi-Chi, how do I start this, where do I even start, come talk to me, because this is what I do day in, day out, and I'm happy to help. Just call me. Come on.
Thank you very, very much, Chi-Chi.